With 2025 around the corner, I'm sure you heard someone say, "New year, new me." I'm not here to tell you that you need to change. We can make small adjustments, and in today's video, I want to share 10 actionable ways how you can make 2025 your best year yet. Whether you're looking to improve your mindset, your health, your career, your relationships, these tips will guide you in the right direction to make this upcoming year your best year yet. First up, we have setting clear and intentional goals. So often we get overwhelmed with all the big dreams and goals we have. And while I always say it's better to dream big than small because big goals are harder to miss, it's also essential to have SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant and time-bound. Without clear intentional goals, we might drift throughout the year with no direction. Reflect on your past year. How did it go? What goals did you have that you achieved or came a step closer to? What didn't work out and why? And this is not to be talking badly about yourself or putting yourself down. And then next up, you're going to break this SMART goal into achievable small chunks where you can work on it every day, every week, once a month, whatever that goal is for you. And to keep yourself accountable and keeping that promise to yourself to hit your intentions and your goals, go check in regularly. Maybe do a monthly checkup, a quarterly checkup, half-year checkup, just to see, is this something that you still want? Because goals can change. Have you done the work to get there? Looking for a clearer vision and setting big goals with intention, you should check out my vision board video. I will link it up top. Next up, we have prioritizing your mental health, because let's be honest, when our mental health is down, we're not able to focus on anything else. And why this is easier said than done, just taking a step back and listening to your body, being in tune with your body of what you need. To go all the time will not only leave you burned out at one point or another, you will just lose your focus and you will maybe not start up again. It is so essential to rest. Rest is productive, and if your body tells you that you need to take a step back, that you need a day, maybe a couple of weeks to do nothing, if that's possible for you, go and do that. Because at some point, when your mind and your brain is running the show all the time, your body eventually will say no. That's when usually we get sick or we are forced to take a break. So before we get there, focus on your body, prioritize your mental health, practice mindfulness like yoga, meditation, but also in your everyday interactions where you can practice to stay present, to notice the things around you. When you meet your friends, don't get distracted by your phone. Pay attention to what's going on right now. And I have to mention this because it's also a struggle for me, which is limiting your social media. I noticed that if my mental health is already kind of low, I spend more time on social media, it usually makes it worse. So whether that is like a couple of days of detox, deactivating your account, unfollowing certain people, do what feels right for you and your mental health. Number 3 is developing a growth mindset. A lot of people have a fixed mindset, meaning that they go through life saying things like, life is hard for me, it's easy for others, and I can do nothing to change that. I have a good feeling that if you're on my channel watching this video, you want to improve and you're not in the fixed mindset, or at least wanting to try to get out of it. The growth mindset is important because we can focus on things that we have control over, the choices we make, the interactions we have, the thoughts we have and create. And when you're aware of that life doesn't happen to you, but you have the opportunity to change your life and take it into your own hands, that is so powerful. So instead of thinking everything is fixed and it's just the way it is and I can't do anything about it, think about it with a growth mindset. What can I learn from this? Maybe this didn't work out last year, but what can I tweak to make it work this time? Another very big part of this is celebrating progress, not just the end goal. Celebrate yourself for how far you've come. I know from my own experience that we often just see the end goal, and once we hit that, we don't even celebrate it because the next thing's coming up already. But See where you started and how much progress you have made. Maybe you're not where you want it to be, and maybe it doesn't go as fast. Taking the action to your goals and your desires is progress that needs to be celebrated. So pat yourself on the shoulder, tell yourself that you're proud of yourself, and then let's keep it moving. Number 4 is building healthy habits. I have a ton of videos about how to build habits and which habits are essential to stick to, so I will link it up top and you can check it out. Basically the same as setting goals. Be smart about your new habits that you want to incorporate in the new year. We might start out with wanting to drink a gallon of water and then also work out 5 times a week, and we want to add this and add that. Start small. You could start in a journal tracking your water intake, tracking how often you went to work out. Choose one, stick with it for at least a month, then you can add something on top. There is a thing called habit stacking that you might have heard about, which basically means we're adding and stacking one habit on top of another that are usually related. And over time, our brain doesn't even think about it anymore. It's on autopilot. So let's say you're flossing and then afterwards you're brushing teeth, right? That's like 2 habits that go together, and eventually we're not thinking about it anymore. You can do that with any other habit, but just start small and then build up from there. Number 5, learning. You are never too old or too young to learn something new. And there's so many incredible spaces out there. YouTube is free. You can learn anything on YouTube basically, but there's also subscription-based things like Skillshare or Udemy or other courses online. Maybe one of your SMART goals includes a skill that you haven't developed yet. Let's say you wanted to start a YouTube channel and you have no idea how to edit a YouTube video. That is a skill you can learn and also build into your goals. Learning a new skill or investing in a course is not only investing in the product, but also investing in yourself. Reading has to be on that list as well, because reading is incredible, whether you choose to listen/read audiobooks or if you're having the time to physically read. Next up is fostering strong relationships. Who are the people in your life that uplift you and you might want to give back to them? Nurturing that relationship, practicing active listening so we can stay present and mindful. Making a conscious choice on who to spend your time with, who is uplifting you, who has goals themselves and goes for them, who has a growth mindset, who is willing to change and change with you, who is really there for you in your hard times. Go seek out these people and spend more time with them. Then on the other hand, if you have people in your life that are toxic, that drain the energy out of you, limit your time with those because they're not helpful. And if it's family or close friends, I know it's hard to protect your energy, but setting boundaries is also essential to your personal growth. Saying no to what doesn't serve you, or at least limit your time. You don't have to cut them out completely out of your life, but limiting your time and just saying that, hey, I can be there for you for this amount of time, but then I have to do something else. Of course, we talked about mental health. Physical health is also super important. Prioritizing your physical health. Doing something that brings you joy. And if you don't like to exercise, but you wanted to incorporate something easy, walking is so incredible. Even if it's just 20 minutes a day, if it's just 10 minutes a day, some type of movement is better than none at all. You can also get a group of people together and try something new. Just make it a yearly tradition for the new year to try a new exercise. For the first time this year was aerial yoga, and I was a little bit nervous in the beginning because I did not have any experience, but it is now one of my favorite types of exercises because it doesn't feel like exercise, it feels more like play. So if you can find something that gets you moving but feels like play, that's a win-win situation. If you've been around my videos, this comes as no surprise. I'm practicing gratitude, and physical health is also super important. I'm gonna sound like a broken record if you've watched my previous videos. When we focus on gratitude, we invite more things to be grateful for into our lives. The opposite happens if we focus on the lack. If we see things that other people have and it makes us feel jealous or just not feeling good about ourselves, we create more lack. We focus on all the things that we don't have that other people have. A lot of the times we take things for granted, even though they're not. A practice I've been doing daily is writing in my journal in the morning 3 things that I'm grateful for, and also try to do that before I go to bed, right before I fall asleep, to just reflect on that day. What was something that happened today that I'm grateful for? It goes hand in hand, but practicing positive self-talk. Physical health is also super important. Don't talk to anybody more than yourself. So make sure it's a nice place, it's a kind place. Positive affirmations have done wonders for me. You have to stick with it, you have to be consistent with them. I have a whole playlist that I will link below so you can check it out as well. And another tool I recently came across is the Parrot app. It's completely free and you can record your own affirmations. It's like an additional power to listen to your own voice reciting affirmations. So maybe just go through a list of affirmations that resonate with you and then record it with your own voice onto this app. The app has the ability to loop it. So even if you listen to that on your way to work or before you go to sleep, it can just loop it over and over. And the main tools that we need in order for affirmations to work is repetition and an emotional connection. And that would include both of this. So I would highly recommend trying this out and see how you can change your life in 2025. The last way to make 2025 your best year is to open your eyes and your heart to others. Physical health is also super important. Helping others, giving back, volunteering if you can. That doesn't mean you have to burn yourself out to the point where you can't give anymore. Take care of yourself as well. You never know what other people are going through, and if you have the means, whether financially or just by giving them your time and energy to give back just for the sake of giving back. This is actually the last video I will record in 2024. Thank you so much for joining me this year. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to me. And I usually don't do a lot of long outros, but I really just want to say thank you for taking the time and spending your precious time with me. I hope you have the best start into 2025. One of my main tools that always works to manifest all my desires and my goals is to create a vision board. Here's a video on how to do that and how to create a vision board that actually works. Go and be your favorite self. I'll see you very soon.